The Japanese fleet is advancing to capture Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. This move will separate the US and Australian forces, and the base will be a vital springboard for further expansion in the region. The operation will also see the Allied outcome's fate. Amphibious forces will seize the island bases and pave the way for full-scale attacks later against Midway and Hawaii.
Hello my good students, that's right, today is the day where we finally land some troops onto Port Moresby. It's been a long time coming, and that means we are now in the final stages of this campaign. It's been fairly quick, episodes wise I'd say. We are on day 85, quite a long way into the game now. So that's very good progress, I think. So our aims now, like I say, take Port Moresby, and I think resupply Guadalcanal one more time. So we're waiting for our next resupply day, which should be very soon. And yeah, get that to a level 5 airfield, and that'd be brilliant stuff. Do have some troops and supplies coming from Guadalcanal, so we are going to bring those over, and everyone can go straight over to Port Moresby when they're all together in one force. We do have the Unyo over here with 18 zeros, and of course we can pull from Milne Bay. We can't look at exactly what we have at the moment so far because of the nighttime hours, but we do of course have Buna and Lai as well to give us some air support, and we do have the ex-Taiyo escort here with the Ise and the couple of heavy cruisers and such to get rid of any surface threats. I'm mostly expecting a lot of air defense though, as we do have lightnings and such come off of Port Moresby, which will be a problem. So let's carry on and see what we have in that regard then, shall we? Okay, so a few hours into the next day, we have come under air attack from some sort of force, and it does appear to be quite a large force of some B-25s, so the Mitchells there, which is rather nasty. We did see them coming, so we did launch our zeros in preparation for that. So we're just going to try and attack that and see what we can do about it. We have split up our zeros a little bit awkwardly there. Because we did not have any radar coverage, unfortunately, in this particular group. It is only the Unyo and a Kazuchi there, which is rather slim. So we are going to move with our Unyo and break off and try and get out of the way, really. This could be very horrible if we do take any hits here. So we are really relying on these zeros now. And the one pass, just absolutely terrible there. Did you see that? Did you see that? Very nasty indeed. Let's change some targets around so that we can hit multiple Mitchells here. Like so. Let's see how we're doing. We have spotted something else, have we? Ooh, what have we got here? We have some Beauforts. Interesting. Let's get some zeros on to those then, shall we? The back squad over here can have a look at that very quickly indeed. Like so. Excellent stuff. Now then, are we getting any hits? Luckily, not firing too heavily with any defending gunner positions here, which is brilliant stuff for our zeros. Let's just change a few targets around once again. Take off fire at will, see if that helps us out. Hopefully it should. Looks like they are going to get a drop off though, which is going to be rather nasty. Can we see? Yeah, they're definitely going for Unyo here, which is going to be horrible stuff. Horrible stuff there. I would love this to turn just a little bit quicker there. We're getting more contact with those Beauforts, not a problem, we know they're there. Only a couple Mitchells, they are dropping. That's it looks like 2,000 pound bombs there, which is horrible stuff. If they hit, they will do some monstrous damage, but there's no point in keeping all of our zeros on those Mitchells at the moment. So let's turn around to hit the Beauforts coming in with some torpedoes, shall we? Really worrying about these Mitchells in particular though. If those bombs hit, like I say, the damage will be catastrophic. So let's take a look over there. I think we've done what we can really to evade. This will not be a good start if we get hit by a bomb. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Some minor splash damage there. Looks like we're coming into contact with a few more Beauforts, is it? It does appear so. Okay, so let's double check exactly what we're firing at, shall we? Looks like we are going straight for the first group there, which is brilliant stuff. I am going to leave a couple zeros in pursuit of, it is just the one Mitchell actually, so only 1 0 is needed actually. So let's go for the second group of Beauforts. Absolutely very happy we saw this coming and launched some zeros prior to actually being bombed there. So there we go, these Mitchells have been dealt with. Just send out some orders and see how we're doing with these Beauforts. Not too great, but it appears that we do have some more time is what I'm trying to say. Let's stay on that sort of course with our Unyo at the moment. Yeah, really not getting some good dives on here, are we? That is not a good sign at all. Let's change this one's attack very quickly. So they are hitting multiple planes. Another stray Beaufort, no worries there. Just trying to keep on top of these ones that are really close, to be honest, to begin with. Not getting any down though. There's one. Oh, there's a 0 down. Ooh, that's not good. That's really not good. But let's just pause very quickly to change over. Yeah, that's the first group done. Pause very quickly once again and make sure we have zeros on each of these Beauforts over here. Thank you very much. Like so. Turn these round, I think, and get this one, I think. Once again, turn round, and we'll send 1 or 2 zeros over to the rearmost Beaufort over here, I think. Like so. Hopefully, we'll be okay here. We're going to slow down a tad here so we can get more shots onto the target. Come on. No! That's really unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Can we go to the casualty, please? You might need to dodge around with that. Come on, brake and turn, please. Looks like they are certainly still going for the Unyo, though. Do only have this one Beaufighter or Beaufort left. It is down. Excellent stuff. No torpedoes in the water, and that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Unyo survived. One more day. We did lose 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros in that. That is disgusting. Disgusting. That's nasty. But 15 planes down. Splash damage on the Unyo. Tell you what, we're going to pull it just a little further away from their bases then. If that's the case, we'll be attracting some more planes from there. Looks like we had some lightning scout us out. They did hover over us and then go straight back to base without any sort of engagement, which is very, very courteous of them. So let's carry on and get these reinforcements over to Port Moresby, shall we? Okay, so we're just hitting the nighttime hours now, and we've thought about it, and it's going to take 19 hours for our supply ships to reach from Milne Bay to Port Moresby. So we're not going to be able to approach the final stages under the cover of night, but we are going to be able to approach the majority of the distance under cover of night, and I think that is fairly acceptable at the moment for getting our ships as close as possible to Port Moresby. We aren't going to wait entirely for the new supplies over here to come in, so we are going to tell them to come in separately as reinforcements later on. That's going to take them roughly 40 hours to get there, which is quite the wait. We have also had Taiyo come out from repairs, so we are bringing that out with a couple Akazuki class destroyers, and that can merge in with the Unyo over here as well, so we can have even more zeros to take down any lightnings and such, which will be hitting us very shortly. So let's carry on, and I'll get you back in the morning. Okay, so early hours of the next morning, we have been intercepted by enemy bombers, the remainder of some Mitchells that are being restocked over the course of the day. So it is only 2 by the looks of it so far. We do have some Hayabusa's coming in support of this Issei task force, but they are quite far away. We are going to bring them up to max speed and see if that will help. But I think the Mitchells will get to drop their bombs just before they get in. So we are going to take evasive manoeuvres with the Nekshi at least. I think we're going to turn all the way around to port. Of course, we're going to break off with the Inazuma over here. And of course, the Furutaka and Issei can move around as well. Just so they don't hit any of our larger targets, I think. So let's go off like that. Does look like they're going for something a lot on this line, of course, so we might want to move off the... We are moving the Furutaka, excellent stuff. We'll turn around to the Hatsuyuki as well. What do we think they are going for exactly? Looks like they are going for Nakshi, which is rather nasty indeed. Can we see what sorts of bombs they're dropping? The single bombs, that would be a 2,000 pound bomb most likely. It's probably best to change speed a little bit. Slow down a tad and change our turn. Looks like we have downed one of them already. Have they dropped? No, they haven't, so they're not going for the Nakshi. Interesting. Let's assume they're going for the foot attacker instead then. Looks like they're having a bit of trouble there. Have they dropped? Not just yet, so maybe they're going for a destroyer actually. Well, the longer they spend in our AA, the more chance they get hit by it, of course, and it gives our howitzers time to catch up as well. So that is very, very useful indeed. Yeah, arming and erring over here. Playing much like myself, actually, aren't they? Let's try and avoid any collisions, shall we? And get the Issei and Inazuma moving around, I think. Give the Nakshi foot attackers some more solid nav points, I think. And it does look like the howitzers are coming in just in the nick of time, but will they be able to get there really before they don't? No, guessing on the rear there. Interesting. Having a bit of time guessing on the rear because, of course, the big turn over here. Come on, guys. Come on, that's it. Open fire. Nearly down. Tis smoking. There we go. Very nice indeed. Very, very lucky there, I think. And we're going to go back to the strategic map, of course. So, we're launching Zeros and Toryus and howitzers from, of course, the Unyo over here, as well as Buna and Milne Bay. Haven't launched anything from Lai just yet, and I think we're going to do that now. We're going to launch, actually, got some Geckos. Geckos won't have the best firepower, but got some very nice endurance. And I think we're going to send them to Task Force 59 is the Unyo over here, so 57 I think, so that we do have some sort of air groups over every single ship placement here. We are going to bombard Port Moresby with our Issei over here, hopefully bring down one of either their airfield or their port levels down, so they do have less defensive power there. So let's carry on and see what we get intercepted by now. Can see some fighters out over here. They might be scouting out, or they might be going for Task Force 59 over here, so let's see about that. And of course, not very long after I left it, we are getting intercepted on one of our main convoys by some, it would appear, Beauforts once again. Only two at the moment, so they do have to dive down to get to a torpedo attacking altitude, which is brilliant stuff for us because it gives our Toryus and such some time to move in for the kill, which is excellent, of course. I'm just going to cycle through exactly which planes we have over here. Try and get a couple Toryus on each Beaufort, of course. Lovely stuff. That would do for now, I think. Increase their speed, I think, so they can catch up a little easier there. They've spawned in very close to our ships here. And, of course, the main weakness, as ever with cargo ships, is they have the complete lack of AA, but these Asamamaros have 0 guns, I believe, whatsoever. So we are very much at the mercy of how well our pilots here do in protection there. Might have a bit of trouble here. We're gonna. Why is it not letting me? See that fighting me back there? Lovely stuff. But they are down, and that is brilliant stuff. Gonna hang around just a tad in case there's any more planes about, but I don't think that is the case. Do have some Zeros here going in to find another cargo supply to. A convoy, rather, that's the word I'm looking for. Forgetting how to speak again. Another convoy to protect in the distance, but it doesn't look like there's any more enemy aircraft, so we are going to leave that particular engagement, which is brilliant stuff. How far away are we from Port Moresby, time-wise? We are 4.5 hours away. Excellent stuff, so let's carry on, shall we? Okay guys, so straight after that previous engagement, we do have the dreaded lightning attack here. We do have 21 friendly aircraft in the area, so I think this is probably the best time to try and deal with this. I'm expecting heavy aircraft losses here. Don't want that, do not want that to come up. That we want to leave? Absolutely not. Not right now, thank you. We are certainly going to try and attack this group then with our Zeros and such. I'm actually going to, get both of those zeros onto one fighter there. Gets this whole squad on one particular plane as well. This next one can go for a second. I think let's go and try and gang up on them. I am expecting them to bring all 12 possible lightnings here though, so we are going to keep some planes in reserve, or at least without some direct orders there, and I'm sure we'll sight them shortly. Yep, there we go, there's some more in the back there, so let's go for these. They are taking a very interesting flight pattern here. They are armed with bombs once again. Let's bring these howitzers into the fight a little closer, shall we? See how well we do over here. We have split up our formation here, so things are a tad easier to maneuver. But I don't think it'll make a lot of difference with the lack of AA, like I said previously. So we're just going to see how we do with our own fighters. Of course, we do have some more lightnings coming in. Once again, that should be the final flights there. So let's get these howitzers. There we go. That's just the final bit there. We've lost a 0, unfortunately, already. Might want to change up our attack orders as we move around, though. This could be quite the horrible, bloody battle. Might not go in our favour even with the amount of planes we have here, just because the lightnings are so good, but they will have their mobility hindered because of their payloads. So ganging up on them is absolutely the way to go here, and I am just going to change some orders over here because we are on the flanks of some lightnings just here, and that would be brilliant. I think that's looking good over here. Is this Toru going to turn correctly? It looks like it's doing okay. How are these howitzers doing? Yeah, coming to position very nicely there. Looks like we have downed another lightning there. Excellent stuff. So that's a couple down already. Brilliant. Cannot complain with only 1-0 lost so far. That's not going to be the last by any stretch at all. And that's another lightning down. Excellent stuff. And another, and another. Feeling good about this because once we get rid of these, that will be the main attacking force, or the main defending force, of course, red from Port Moresby, and that is excellent stuff. It was unavoidable that we were going to have a massive air engagement, so let's try and switch our orders around once again. Just take a quick report, see how many we've destroyed. 12 of 12. Alright, that was very, very quick with only 1-0 lost as well. That's excellent stuff. Just going to wait around once again for anything else to appear. But I don't think that will be the case, actually, by the looks of it. Very, very lucky there. Very, very lucky indeed. That is excellent outcome by my standards. Yeah, could not have asked for anything better, really. To lose 1-0, excellent stuff. So that should be brilliant. We are very, very close to Port Moresby now. I'm loving that. I'm really loving that. Excellent stuff. Sorry, I don't sound so excited as I should be. But that is excellent. Really, really good. Because with 12 lightnings down, I'm pretty sure that's all they can launch from Port Moresby. Unless they send something from Cookton or the Cairns, actually, which is a possibility since they know we're here. And they might even have some cheating extra hidden reserves there. But you never know. You never know. So let's see how that goes. We'll see if anything pops off from there. There we go. Tire support's got something. We may have to just come out of that and redirect some howitzers over for that. Don't really fancy getting hit over here, so let's target everything. Don't have any radars, but we'll keep it on anyway. Oh, I'm not liking our position so close to the land mass there, so let's come out of that already, shall we? And there we go. We do have... Oh, okay, I forgot they had these. Excellent stuff. Alright, so we've got some air cobras here with a single bomb. I forget the weight of that, but with so many of them, that will be a problem. Looks like they're going... Can't really decide where they're going at the moment, actually. Gonna break off with Maya over here and turn into them there, I think. And we're actually going to take a little bit of time. Looks like Issei is taking some strange routes, but that's absolutely fine. Going to turn into them with the Issei. Yeah, let's turn in with the Issei there and move out with Furataka as it's doing there, but at full speed, thank you. And move out with Nachi as well. Can't really tell exactly what they're going for here. Looks like they are going for Nachi, actually. Interesting choice. Yeah, they're dropping. Might want to move a little. Yeah, just gotta hope, really. Just gotta hope. Won't destroy the Nachi unless I get very lucky, but it will hurt. Will absolutely hurt. Just missed there. Saved very much by our turn there, I think. And these have dropped, so they are going for Nachi again by the looks of it. Not going to be able to down all of these planes here for sure, but just surviving the attack is good enough for me at the moment. And not seeing anything land. But that does mean... ooh, dearie, dearie, dear. Let's just get out of here, I think. Yeah, I think we'll get out of here before we cause damage to ourselves there. Yeah, just do that very, very quickly. That is very, very nice indeed. So we do have some air cobras. If that's going to be the case, I'm going to move some planes off of the rear task force. If I can select them, there we go. Let's move these zeros over to, where are we? Tyre support is what it's called. Excellent stuff. And we're just going to carry on like that, I think. There we go, just in time. Hopefully these are the retreating air cobras here. So we're going to move once again away from the island there. We might want to change our formation if this is going to be the case. Do have to wait, unfortunately, to spot those planes. Let's move out some zeros, actually. Move them to scout a little bit better and move them away from the islands just in case. There we go. So don't have a payload on them, so shooting them down right now will be very advantageous. Excellent stuff. It's 7 to 10 we have over here. Excellent stuff. Let's go for that, like so. Running a little low on ammunition, so we might have to send our zeros back very soon, even just to repair and reload. But that's not a problem. We are approaching nighttime hours once again, which is very advantageous for us. We've struck down most of their fighter supports here, which is excellent stuff as far as I'm concerned. We do have some geckos here as well, actually. Haven't used geckos in this game yet. From my experience in other titles, though, they're not the best. Quite heavy fighters, of course, long range. But not particularly heavy in armament as far as I am aware. We do have some chasing air cobras over here by the looks of it, so we may want to just redirect some zeros and such to attack them. Not a bother there. Certainly help our friendlies out, I think. Yeah, let's just get some round like that and double check that we are still attacking these same fighters over here. It does look like they have ignored previous orders, so let's turn that round again. No worries there. That's okay. Could lose a few zeros here as we move around to attack. You get to attack there. Lovely stuff. That's a few down. That's 3 down very, very quickly, actually. Very, very quickly indeed. We are almost on the tail of this air cobra. Okay, let's turn around. No, this is fighting exactly or targeting exactly what I want it to there. If you could turn just a little bit more. Come on. That's not going to be quite the last one. Look at that. I'm surprised. Surprised the guns didn't overheat there. Wow. There we go. Lovely stuff. Should just be this last one now. It is being tailed by a zero over there. Come on, get into a lovely position for us, please. We've been very, very lucky with this. Things have absolutely gone our way these last few hours of this game, which is brilliant stuff. Just can't quite get into position. There we go. Got mauled by 3 zeros there. Excellent stuff. Let's take a quick report before we retreat. 7 out of 7. Excellent stuff. Very, very nice indeed. And that, I've said this before, but that should be it. But we do only have roughly 2 hours left of daytime and airtime available, so that is excellent. We will certainly make it over here, and probably a little bit, retreat a little bit before we get intercepted by any more air groups, which is brilliant stuff. And there we go. So I think, are we in range here with this group to bombard? Is it another, I'm just not, there we go, shore bombardment. There we go. Has that reduced any levels? That's reduced the airfield, no, the port level, I believe. Excellent stuff. Going to go again because we have the ammo to do so. Yeah, let's do it one more time, I think. Is that going to make any difference? Not just yet. That's absolutely fine. What is our ammo at, actually? It is rather low. Not expecting to see any more surface groups in the area. We could risk it and bring round our cruiser group if we do need anything. So I think we're going to risk it and go for another one. That has reduced something. That's reduced both of them by 1. Excellent stuff. So let's pull out, I think. Lovely. Excellent. That's really brilliant. And we'll try and bring in this group. Even just to escort Task Force 15 with more supplies and such over here. That would be brilliant. So let's carry on, shall we? Okay, excellent. Let's bring up this group a little closer. Go a little bit. Make sure we are in range there, actually. Where are we? That's that group, not a problem. Are we in range to unload here? Let's see. If we unload all cargo there, absolutely in range. Let's take this group, unload cargo. Brilliant stuff. And cycle through to this. Are we in range? Not quite. Okay, no worries. Let's do that. And we'll cycle round once again and bring everyone else out. Should have done that as soon as I unloaded, really. That would have been a little more efficient. Just a little there. Brilliant. Let's go. There we go. Should be in range there. And unload like so. Need to be within 15. I guess a tad closer, guys. Come on. There you go. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's get out as soon as possible and see how we're looking. Fairly decent, actually. 12,400 troops to 17,840 supplies. The balance of power is, I would say, that's pretty much neck and neck, actually. It's very even, that. So that should go in our favour, especially since we'll be landing just a few troops over here. An extra 880 there with some more supplies. I think we'll be just fine to do that. Excellent stuff. Excuse me. Excellent stuff. Let's go. Let's bloody go. Okay, so it is now the next day, roughly midday, which is excellent stuff. We are being intercepted now on the approach to Port Moresby by 2 air cobras. They are armed with bombs, so we are going to try and, of course, dodge those. We just need to figure out exactly where they're going. We are going to break, though, with Asigo and Mogami over here, and they're going to turn. I think they're going to turn. This one's going to turn to starboard. Asigo's already in a port side turn, so we're going to carry on with that. Can we figure out where they are going exactly, though? It does look like they're going for a heavy cruiser of some sort. Possibly Tonne. Possibly Tonne at the back. Would make sense. Do have quite a lot of flak to go through, but we're not really in position to do so. When are they going to drop is the question here. They might be going for Tonne, actually. It is in a turn. Yeah, they're going for Tonne. Interesting stuff. Alright, so we're actually going to turn into them now and change our course and such. Should throw them off a tad. Hopefully these bombs aren't too big to make much of a difference on Tonne. Will hurt a tad, of course, but they have missed, and that is brilliant stuff. So what we can do is retreat, like so. And we can launch some zeros from Unio. Let's go to launch aircraft. This is Task Force 37. Let's go for that. Should really get on top of naming my task forces once again, but that's okay. Absolutely fine there. And I think we'll wait just a little bit longer to send some air groups over to Task Force 15 there with the reinforcing supplies and such. So let's carry on. It has just passed midday, so this will have ticked over, and it's not really changed a lot. So we'll need these extra troops on board, I think. So let's carry on, shall we? There we go. We have been sighted by something over here. Let's begin that and just see if we can quickly see what enemy air group this is. Quite likely lightnings, I imagine, that have been replenished over here, but I'm not going to wait around for too long, to be honest. If we can't see them, we can't see them. And I think we're going to be impatient and say that's about enough time there. To be honest, If they're not interested in fighting us too quickly, that's absolutely fine. Suits me just fine. So let's carry on. We are sending these cargo ships all the way back to Rabaul. They have nothing really to pick up from here. We could take another 1,000 troops from Lai, but we would lose the base because of what we can carry on there. And I don't think there's really any point in taking any supplies from Boona and such. Do we have anything over here actually? Gloucester, Hoskins? No, not really. Rather unfortunate there. There's just not really any point in these islands whatsoever. I haven't moved this submarine off, have I? Interesting. No, we want to rearm these torpedoes. Lovely stuff. Let's carry on with that and move these down to Guadalcanal. Are we moving over here with I-9? No, we're not. So that's good to be on board with. That is going to provide some good scouting in our rear now. Haven't seen anything though with these Jakes and such scouting towards Santa Cruz and so on. So that's very nice to know that there shouldn't be anything about over here just yet. So we'll see about that in the future. I'm sure, just as I say that, they'll be sending out another bogue escorted by some battleships and such, but that's absolutely fine. We'll get some advance warning about that. So let's carry on, shall we? Okay, so just outside of Port Moresby, we are being attacked once again by these two air cobras, but now we do have the help of our Zeros, and we are absolutely going to go straight in and wipe them out once and for all, hopefully. It will take time once again to replenish these. That's absolutely not a problem there. So we should be okay to take these down and retreat out without any issues. I think I am going to bombard Port Moresby once again, just because we're not going to make very solid progress each day with our invasion here. And I am still a bit worried about the defensive power that we have over there. It's a bit unfortunate to lose a Zero there, actually, but I suppose it's expected. Rather unhappy about that. But we can take it on the nose. I think it's only a sporting fair chance, really, isn't it? We're giving them to take revenge for all of the pilots we've killed in the last day or so. So let's carry on out of here. It was only those two. Excellent stuff. And we are going to bombard Port Moresby with these heavy cruisers here, like so. Let's just take control of that and go to shore bombardment. That has reduced one of the levels, the airfield level. Excellent stuff. So really, after reducing the airfield from, what was it, 3 down to 1, not only has that reduced the defensive power there, but of course they won't have so much aircraft to attack us. You know, it goes without saying, but it's always very nice and reassuring to say it anyway, just to reassure ourselves and our minds there. And we can see that we have made the tiniest bit of progress towards actually invading this successfully. So I don't think we're going to see many more really large groups coming out of here, which is excellent news. So we can keep our cruisers over here for now, just so that we have the reassurance and the insurance over here to make sure that our Task Force 15 here can get over here and reinforce that without any harassment, which is brilliant. So let's carry on, shall we? See if anything else comes out of here. And we're going to take a wider look at the bigger picture, look over to our flanks so that we don't get surprised here. Scouting and such is all very well and good, but it's only really useful if you pay your attention to it, of course. So let's make sure these move up within range here. Actually, this should be okay from here. Let's double check. Nope, just needs to be a tad closer. No worries. Let's carry on with that. And that should certainly be close enough. Brilliant. So we now have, once again, 12.4 thousand troops and 17.8 thousand supplies on top of Port Moresby. And that is the largest invasion force I've ever used in this game. So I bloody hope it works. So let's retreat out. Let's absolutely retreat out. We are in nighttime hours now, so we should be perfectly safe, really. We're going to retreat out and then see if anything else happens, really, I think. That would do it otherwise, though, for today, I think. Just make sure we come out safe. See how that ticks over at midday tomorrow, shall we? Okay, so I got a little bit carried away in giving some more minor orders and such whilst moving at full speed. Just sending the Tayos and such to join up together. We're going to send the Issei and such to rearm at the Shortland Islands, of course. And we're going to send all these cargo ships all the way up once again to Rabaul. Not really much point in keeping them out here at the moment. And as predicted, we did not get any sort of intercepting defending forces from Port Moresby because we now have a level 1 airfield there, and we are certainly making some very good progress on that invasion. So I think what's going to happen is I'm actually going to wait around for one more in-game day, just until midday the next day, see how that ticks over and see if we can intercept anything for one more engagement. But if that's not the case, that will be the end of the episode, I'm afraid. Possibly a shorter one here today if we've timed it things properly, but bloody good progress has been made here. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, so unfortunately we have not sighted anything within the last few hours of air operational time, but we can see that our invading forces are making great progress on Port Moresby now. So we're going to leave it there for today, folks, and try and get something else in the next episode. We are now on day 90 of our campaign. It is the 5th of November. Been going for a few months now, and that is excellent stuff. Really good progress has been made today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I very much have been enjoying hosting for you today. But yeah, we're going to leave it there, and I shall see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I've been the Edified Gamer, and I just hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.